Hey everybody, it's your girl Kathlina and I'm coming to you with another review. Hello. So I don't want this video to be extra long, so I'm going to move very quickly through this review. If you hear wind, I do apologize. It does sound like the storm from the Wizard of Oz outside. It just is what it is. So just so that you are aware, I am recording on my iPhone 11 and airdropping this video over to my new iPhone 14 Plus. So without further ado, let's get into it. So listen, as soon as I did that intro, my 11 told me, hey, you're out of storage space for recording. And it cut me off. So I had no choice but to go ahead and start recording now on my iPhone 14 Plus, which is what you're seeing right now. If you can actually tell the difference between the intro and now, the quality is a lot brighter. But let me go ahead and rewind for a second. So I was using a 11 for 2 years, ran out of space, tried to optimize my storage as much as possible. I was paying for a iCloud Plus subscription. Nothing that I was doing was actually helping my situation. So I had to break down and go ahead and upgrade. And so for a week and a half, I did my research on all of the models that are out right now, including the 13 series. And after so much research, I decided I'm going to get the 14 Plus. Here are my reasons why. For one, because I'm upgrading and don't want to upgrade for a while, I decided I'm going to get the latest series and also get the highest amount of storage. Well, not the highest amount because you can get a terabyte, but a higher amount of storage. So I ended up getting 512 gigs of storage space as opposed to my old space of 128. That's number one. The second reason why I decided to get the Plus was because of the size and weight. So the Pro Max is 8.47 ounces and the Plus is 7.16 ounces. So the Plus has the size of the Pro Max, but not the weight of the Pro Max. And even when I put my case on the phone for the first time, it weighed it down. So I know that for sure, if I was to get the Pro Max, it would feel way too heavy in my hands. I actually went to an Apple store when I was doing my research and picked this up, and I was impressed by the camera quality. It's a reasonable upgrade from my 11, and honey, listen, I was attached to my 11. If I didn't run out of space, I would not have upgraded. I'm telling you that right now. If I wasn't too concerned about the dynamic island or telephoto or action mode that are on the Pro Max. And so if you're a person who's not really concerned about those things, like, you know, the Plus still has cinematic mode and things like that, then you'll be perfectly fine. Like, this is I'm not going to call it a basic phone because it's not basic, but it's a good upgrade if you're coming from, I would say, a 12 and below. It's a good upgrade. In regard to activation, I spent about 2 hours, maybe 2.5 hours getting it all set up. And the time would have been way shorter, but I was dealing with Verizon about some things on my actual account before toggling and doing the activation part. And it took about an hour and a half for my old phone to port all of my data into the new phone. And so overall, 3 hours. It took a while. I don't know if I'm giving you the right math. I'm just guesstimating how long it actually took because I didn't really track it, but I know it took about 3 hours from the time I was on the phone with Verizon and then porting all of the information from my old iPhone to the new iPhone. It took about 3 hours total. I went to the store, went shopping while I was doing all of that porting, and I came back and it was done. And so yeah, that is that. The downside to me, like I have no complaints about it, but the downside to me is that whenever Apple comes out with a Plus series, people come out with the least amount of accessories for a Plus. Like, I didn't really see a good selection for cases and accessories for the Plus. Even right now, the screensaver that I'm using is actually a screen protector. The screen protector that I'm using is actually for a 13 Pro Max, and it fits my screen perfectly. And so that's just like the pain points of getting a Plus in the series, is that the accessories are always kind of, you got to really search for what you want when it comes to accessories. But overall, I've enjoyed the phone so far. I literally just got this 2 days ago, and the battery life is amazing. I haven't had to charge the phone in, I would say, 30 hours. So I'm going strong here. And I don't really game and stuff like that, so I haven't been on high usage, just so that you're aware. But if you have any other questions for me, I will be happy to answer them in the comments. Either way, I feel like 14 Plus, Pro Max, you have to really do your research on what you want and what you're looking for out of your phone. If you're looking for all the, what people say, bells and whistles, then you're gonna want to go with the Pro Max. If you don't care about the bells and whistles but still want a nice upgrade, I would go with the 14 Plus if you like bigger phones. If you just want a simple upgrade, then you can go with the 14 flagship. But I, like most people, don't go with a flagship phone. I'm just being honest. And this is an unbiased review because I also have a Samsung in my possession. I've rocked with Samsung also for a very long time. I just happen to have both of the best of both worlds in my possession. So it's an unbiased review, and I hope this helps someone, and I will see you later in another review.